So now that we've kind of gotten an understanding of fractions and kind of what they look like in relationship to a shape, like on your homework last night, you had a rectangle and a circle that you were working with, or maybe where they fit on a number line. Now we're going to move into the next step further with fraction basics before we start adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fractions. So you're going to need your Purple Notes booklet open up to the first page, and you have 2 pages left in your packet. So you have a little skinny sheet, simplifying fractions, and then you have the back sheet that says equivalent fractions, mixed numbers, and improper fractions. So since I took quite a few notes on those yesterday, I'm not going to really do more notes with that, but I am going to do a couple problems with you on these sheets, and then whatever problems you have left after that I don't go over is going to be your homework for tonight. In class today, we're going to be going over the test, so we're not going to have a ton of time to watch this video. So this video will be really quick, and then the rest of this will be your homework. So on the skinny sheet that says simplifying fractions, part of our notes say we need to divide the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the greatest common factor of the 2 numbers. So we need to find what is the greatest number that both of these can be divided by. And when we do that, we can see, okay, so I know 15 has a factor of 1, 3, and 5. 20 has factors of 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. But now I'm going to find the greatest of these factors. So the only ones they have in common are 1 and 5, but 5 is the greatest one. So now I'm going to divide each one of these by 5, divide my numerator by 5, my denominator by 5. And when I get that, I do 15 divided by 5, I get 3. 20 divided by 5, I get 4. So 3/4 would be this. Sorry for the interruption. So 3/4 and 15/20 are actually the same fraction. This would be the best answer, and this would be an answer, an okay answer. It's not great, but it could be better. This would be the best way to write that fraction. Okay? Now I'm going to do one more problem with you, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6 are going to be your homework for tonight. So problem number 2, we have 12/18. Well, I know both of these can be divided by 2 for sure because they're both even. But I think there's another number greater than that. But if you're not quite sure, worst case scenario, try the number that you're thinking of. Okay? And we're going to do that in this case, and then you'll see what may happen or what you could do next if you realize that, ooh, I didn't quite use the greatest factor with that. So let's divide each of these by 2 just to start. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay, so now you're thinking, all right, I'm done. That's my simplest fraction, simplified answer. I'm good to go. But then you look at it and you go, wait a second, I know 6 and 9 still have a common factor. What number can 6 and 9 be divided by again? They could both be divided by 3. So let's try doing that. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, now I know that this is in my simplest form, my simplified answer. Here's one tip or bit of advice. If you have a fraction and your numerator is only one number away from your denominator, you're going to have the most simplified answer that you can possibly get. 3/4, 2/3, 1/2, 5/6, 7/8. Those, if you have one number difference between your numerator and denominator, just like you have here, you've got it simplified form. Okay, so worst case scenario, divide by 2. That's going to be a common one, maybe even 3, maybe even 5. But if you get your answer and you realize, ooh, these still can be divided again, try it again. Find another common answer. You can always divide it down again. Okay, now 3, 4, 5, and 6 are going to be your homework for tonight. Okay, now flip over to the next page. The equivalent fractions, mixed numbers, and improper fractions. I'm going to do a couple problems for you in each section. So you have those as examples, and then problems that are remaining in each section are going to be your homework also. Okay, so I love how these are set up, and a lot of the times I will set up when my fractions like this when I'm trying to find an equivalent fraction. So here's what I do, and you will hear me say this all the time. I will draw an arrow from here to here. Miss Rose to the... Sorry for the interruption again. So I will draw an arrow or like a little line from here to here, okay? And make sure you put your arrow in to show which way you're going. Now, from here to here, what is my missing piece? And what I mean by that is, what number can I multiply this guy by to get this? Well, 4 to 16, my missing piece would be multiply by 4. Okay, so I always put either multiply or divide in front. If I were to go this way, which, wait a second, that might make more sense. But here, we'll do this. If I were to go this way, I would do divide because I'm going from 16 to 4. Okay, so from here to here is 4 times 4 gives me 16. Now what times 4, because you'll have the same missing piece up here, gives me 36. But here's the thing. If I'm going from here to here this side, chances are, because this is my empty number up here, I'm probably going to have to go this way with it. But luckily, these are some pretty easy numbers to work with, so you probably know what times 4 gives me 36. But if I didn't know that, my missing piece could be divide by 4. As long as the number for your missing piece is the same, the multiply or divide symbol doesn't matter which way you go as long as you are going the correct way. So here I would do 36 divided by 4, and my missing piece would be 9. Okay, so 9/4 is equivalent to 36/16. Let's try this one over here. Okay, so now, just for future reference, I know I have to go this way up on top to find this guy. So maybe let's start by going this way down below so we don't run into the opposite here. Okay, so now what's my missing piece between 7 and 21? I know to get from 7 to 21, I have to multiply by 3. So 3 is my missing piece. The same missing piece on the bottom is done up at the top. So 2 times 3, because we're going in that direction, the same direction as below this time, would be 6. So my answer would be 6/21. Okay, now 3, 4, 5, and 6 are going to be your homework. And quickly down below, remember when we are changing mixed numbers to improper fractions, in the notes that we took in the back side of the fraction concepts page in your purple notes booklet, I made 2 little notes or 2 little symbols in between the numbers up here. So remember, we multiply our denominator by our whole number and we add our numerator. This total that we get, this new total, is our new numerator, and our denominators always stay the same. So remember, I always add a multiply symbol here and a plus or an addition symbol here. To go 5 times 4 gives me 20, 20 plus 4 gives me 24, and then my denominator stays the same, 24/5. Okay, we'll do number 2. 6 times 8 is 48. 48 plus 5 is 53. 53/6. If it helps you to add these in, I still to this day have to do that just because that is one little trick that helps me remember what order I need to do it in. Okay, I'll do one more with you, and then you will be doing 4, 5, and 6 as your homework. 6 times 3, denominator times our whole number. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. 19 is our new numerator. Our denominator stays the same, 19/6. All right, so 4, 5, and 6 is your homework. Then, down below, we're doing the opposite. We are changing our improper fraction to a mixed number. Now, remember, you have to think how many wholes can you pull out. So your wholes would be your numerator or your denominator in the original problem with the same numerator. So how many 7/7 can I pull out? Well, I know 7 times 6 is 42. So I know I can pull 42/7 out of there. And that would be right here. This is 6. And I'm left with 1/7 over. 6 and 1/7 would be my answer. Okay, let's look at number 2. Number 2, let's see. If I count it by 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Can't quite get to 24, which would be 6 fourths, because that would be, or 6 4/4. That would be 24. Too much. So now I need to go back down to 1. So I can pull 5 4/4 out of here. So 5 groups of 4/4 is 20/4. So if I subtract 20/4 from here, remember this is 5. 5 is my whole number. 2 minus 20 is 2, and I'm left with 5 2/4. But wait a second. This isn't my best answer. 2/4, yeah, that's an okay answer. It's the right answer, but it's not our best answer. We would then have to simplify this down to be 5 1/2. So 5 1/2 would be our answer. Okay, I'm going to do one more problem with you, and then 4, 5, and 6 will be your homework. We're going to pull as many 8/8 as we can out of here. I know, let's see, count it by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32. I think I have to stop there. 32/8 is what I'm pulling out. 32/8 is equal to 4 wholes. So that means my big number is going to be 4. And what's left over? 37 minus 32 is 5. 4 and 5/8 would be my answer. Okay, now if you want to go back and look and see which ones you have to do for homework, I will circle them. 3, 4, 5, and 6 is homework for you. 4, 5, and 6, and 4, 5, and 6. Okay, these will be due your next in-person class. Thank you.